Welcome back to Lawn Dude on Earth. Thank you for listening to the show today. Let's see what topic we get into after the intro. What's going on, y'all? Welcome back to Lawn Dude on Earth podcast, where I like to provide the lowlight reel as well as the highlight reel. And I do appreciate anyone who actually sits here and listens to my podcast, because I'm bringing the real, man. I'm not sitting here trying to make everything seem like it's sunshine and rainbows. You know what I mean? Today's topic is more proof of that. So today's topic really is it's kind of like a vlog of the week, as well as just a saying, man. Just stay positive. So I know you guys are already probably confused about what I just said, but can I be honest with y'all, man? Can I give y'all my 110% honesty? Can I provide you guys with the real deal, Holyfield? Alright, I'll go ahead and tell y'all what the truth is here. This season in lawn and landscape business, for my business in particular, has probably been one of the roughest ones I've had to date, if not the roughest. And it's funny that my topic for discussion today is staying positive, because I'm not even going to lie to you, it's been real tough to stay positive this year. You know, God has been good to us. That's why I'm able to stay positive. I still have a family that, you know, motivates me. I still have a family that I love spending time with. They motivate me to keep moving forward, man. Even in times when it is tough. And I mean, this has been a tough season in so many different ways. Just dealing with cash flow this year, and you know, it's typical for business owner. It's always a different adjustment you need to make in business as a business owner. It's always kind of a different struggle that you learn how to overcome. And there's always a different level of stress that you deal with as a business owner. It comes with it. Honestly, if it's too much, you're better off working a 9 to 5. And I definitely would have to say a 9 to 5 sometimes is more attractive. It is sometimes more attractive, but then I think about why I decided to do what I'm doing right now. I'm doing what I'm doing for my family. I'm doing what I'm doing to have more time to be able to, for lack of a better word and lack of a better phrase, dictate what my schedule is going to be each and every week. Yes, sometimes it is definitely hard. Man, that 9 to 5, or to be completely honest with you, I know somebody in the industry that have found a way to have one crew go out while they still work a 9 to 5. I've definitely considered this option quite a bit. But to be there for my family when they need me, it's just not really possible working a 9 to 5. When you need to make some extra money, it's not really possible to just go, hey, can I work a couple more hours? You know, to say, let's say you make, I don't know, $25 an hour. I work a couple more hours to make 50x more dollars is going to be taxed, versus going out and selling a job that will make 10 times that, which honestly isn't that hard to do in this industry. So those are some of the joys as to why you kind of get into business, no matter how frustrating it gets. But when I say this has been a season, I mean this has been a season. I've definitely mentioned the cash flow issues multiple doggone times. Enough to where I can go blue in the face over it. But I'm not going to sit here and cry about the cash flow. It's just I want to provide context on what makes this a rough season on top of the cash flow that I'm constantly working on. So this week alone has been challenging. It's been raining quite a bit, but I can't complain about the rain because those of y'all who have heard me on this podcast for any period of time at this point know that we dealt with one heck of a drought throughout the summer where stuff stopped growing. Now we're getting a late plunge into the fall of rain that we usually don't get. So autumn lawns we aerated and seeded are coming in really nice right now. Really nice right now. So it's a double-edged sword. Like, it's a blessing that, the properties are looking good, but it is completely frustrating that we're running around trying to, get properties done. But it comes with the territory. It comes with the business that we choose. So I said in a couple podcasts, there's a reason, there's things going on behind the scenes that I'm not sure if I'm ever going to speak on, but I am going to speak on this real quick. My wife's grandma passed the other day, and she had been in the hospital for a month. My wife had been going up there every single day, taking care of her. I'm not going to get in details as to where and everything, but I'll put it to you like this. I believe it's about 20 miles. The hospital's about 20 miles from our house. And my wife, if you're from the DMV area, you know how bad traffic is. My wife would go up there each and every day to do what she needed to do to take care of grandma. Because those who don't know, I lost all my grandparents already. I was close to pretty much all of them. Lost them when I was, younger. Before I became an adult for most. I mean, no, I was an adult. I was a young adult for a few of them. So her grandma became my grandma. Not just, through marriage. She became my grandma. So I had my own relationship with her as well. And, my wife and I would do anything for her. So I expect my wife to, go up there and do what she needs to do each and every day. That's the woman I married right there. So I don't expect anything less. So because my wife is taking care of this, I'm trying to make things as easy as possible with the household. And thank God we have such a great village because, we had, my parents and our village just stepping up and helping. But I was rushing to get off almost every day, trying to get through my routes. If I didn't finish my routes, I didn't finish my routes that day to go pick up, my daughter from school. Trying to be there when my son gets out, trying to make sure they get to their practices, making sure they're getting to their games. And I would try to prepare dinner a lot of times. Sometimes my mom would, prepare dinner for the family. I would try to prepare dinner for us and for my wife when she gets back in. And at the same time, I'm supposed to have the biggest fall to date because the way my income and cash flow has been. So I did all that, did all that, man, and just she passed the other day. It's still a tough time for us. So I was with my wife all day Tuesday, which it drizzled that day, but I was out in the field. So all week this week I've been trying to play catch up. And now today I have a huge job, a huge renovation schedule that I can't even do now because it is pouring raining right now. So it's frustrating. But what can you do? I need y'all to hold on a second. I'm getting some compost here. I'm going to try to jump right back in where I just left off. 1 second. I'm back. I've honestly always wanted to know why podcasters do that. Why they say that they're about to pause to go do something when, honestly, as a listener, really don't know what they're doing unless they straight up say it. I could have just paused it just now and just went on back with the conversation. But that's what makes this real, man. I'm trying to be real when it comes to these podcasts. I don't need any fluff in any of this. But basically what I was saying was, I got this big job scheduled for today. It's a renovation. I'm looking forward to it because I got to use the Harley rake on the mini skid that we jumped out to make the investment on at the beginning of this year. Which, much as I would like to sit here and say I shouldn't have got that machine, because of the way the year has been with cash flow, I actually would have to argue that it's a blessing that I was able to get this machine because with all the attachments we have for this mini skid, I could literally sell one job a month, if not one job every 2 months, because of the payout, because of the profit from that job. And that machine earns its keep. It's like this renovation. We're hardly raking the whole entire backyard. And with that machine, it is a piece of cake. I don't know. Those who aren't familiar with a Harley rake, it's like the equivalent of tilling a whole entire area. I've used that machine to stump grind because we have a stump grinder attachment. We've done a couple stump grinding jobs this year. I'm actually debating on advertising the service more so we can get more leads for that going into the winter, especially when things start to slow down. But the Harley rake, I've done a ball field for the league that my son plays in, the baseball infield. I've Harley raked that infield twice this year. I can tell you right now, doing that twice, I'm not going to get into the exact numbers here, but doing that twice, like both times, was almost the equivalent to almost 2 weeks of mowing. So I don't mind those jobs at all. Today I'm planning a Harley rake, a backyard, top dress it, and then double aerate and seed the yard and fertilize it. That's the plan. We'll see. We'll see how the weather goes. Because like I said, it's raining right now. A lot of times with that machine, what I learned with the Harley rake is you want the property to be a little bit wet, because if it's not and it's completely dry like the infield was the first time I did it, it is so doggone dusty that you can't even see what you're doing, and it takes twice as long to do the job. So I could be more in and out with this one as long as the base is solid. But if it's too soupy in the backyard, then I'm just not able to do the job today. I'm going to have to reschedule, unfortunately. So obviously I'm leaning towards hoping to be able to do the job. It's a big job that's been on my board for a month now. Yeah, a month. Maybe a little over a month, honestly. And I've been talking to the client since the spring about this project. It just got so close to summertime that it made more sense to wait until fall. So that's where we're at now. Um, so that just adds to everything else going on right now. Um, but end of the day, I gotta stay positive throughout this whole situation. I got to stay positive throughout the whole situation. So while it's frustrating, there's always light at the end of the tunnel. There's always a blessing at the end of the tunnel. So just can't be too frustrated over it, to be completely honest with you. Just cannot be too doggone frustrated. So I'm going to go out here to this property. I'm going to check it out. See if it's something we'll still be able to go ahead and service, or if we're just going to have to reschedule, I guess, for this upcoming Friday, which I was actually trying to schedule as many aerations as possible. I was even, I'm at the point now in the season where to fill a couple extra days that are still remaining that are open, I'll probably be offering a discount. I was going to do that probably later on this evening. Send an email out to those who usually get aerations but just haven't signed up yet and probably don't plan to sign up. I was going to send them a discount, to possibly just to fill the slot for aerations. So best case scenario, I'm able to get this job done and still send those out, but if not, then I'm not. It is what it is, just trying to do my best to do well in every area. As I've stated in the past, I always strive to be the best husband I can be. I always strive to be the best father I can be. Above all else, I strive to be the best, man of God I can be, while also being a business owner and trying to be all I can be as a business owner. It is a tough thing to do, to stay positive in all situations. I'm going to tell you right now, as a business owner, you're best finding a way to do that. Because if you don't stay positive in every situation, you're just not going to last. I've been through more situations than I can count right now. Just being a business owner, things that I would not go through if I wasn't a business owner. And for those who don't know from previous podcasts, I also have the property tax to, still come up with that. I would say that our county, they did do it a 2-month extension, because there's a lot of people, I guess, complaining about that, and they decided to extend it by 2 months to give people more time to come up with the money. But I ain't even gonna lie to you, going into my slowest time of year, 2 months, it's time and it's a blessing. But it doesn't do a whole lot for the fact that I believe the business tangible, which is the biggest bill we have out of all the property tax, I believe that is still due on the date. On the original date, which would be the 7th of October. I believe that is the case. I'll have to double check that to confirm it. So just doing all that. I know God is good and He'll bless us through every situation, because He would never put us in a situation that we cannot handle. And say that again for the people in the back that did not hear you. God would never put us in a situation that we cannot handle. Yes, we get overwhelmed. Yes, we get frustrated. Yes, we get stressed. Yes, we get upset. Yes, we get uptight. Yes, we get in our feelings. But you know what? You still gotta be positive. You still gotta have a good outlook on the outcome, and you still gotta, lace up your kicks and do what you need to do each and every day, man. Find something that motivates you. Find somebody that motivates you. I have my own motivations. I have my whys every day why I do what I do. So it's easy for me to preach that because I do have mine. I know there are some out there that do not. But you know what? I suggest you find something that keeps driving you. And I suggest that you stay positive, man, because that's all we can do at the end of the day. Well, along with praying and along with living the life that we should live. All right, y'all. That's what I got. Y'all stay positive out there. I'm about to see if I'm going to be out here in this rain making a muddy mess. Fine grading and renovating this property, which I'm really hoping I can do today. I get excited for these projects. And I've been waiting to do this one, like I said, for about a month now. So I'm definitely ready to go do this one. So y'all take it easy. Y'all be blessed. Peace.
Thank you for listening to Lon Dude on Earth. We talk about all kinds of things here. The good stuff, the tough stuff, and everything in between. If you like the show, please give us a 5-star review. You can find us on Apple, Spotify, and YouTube. Thanks for tuning in, and have a blessed day.